So, today's the day that you hear the beast. I've just been through the tunnel and it sounds amazing. Okay, it doesn't quite sound like a Lamborghini Aventador, but I've heard one in person, and this going through the tunnel in neutral, revving it in the tunnel, sounds exactly like a Lamborghini Aventador if it was on the road, meaning not in the tunnel. So obviously if the Lamborghini Aventador is just going around a normal place, this sounds like it if it's in the tunnel, if that makes sense. Now if the Lamborghini Aventador was in the tunnel and that was driving, it'd be probably like twice as loud as this, but this sounds very similar to a Lamborghini Aventador once you get it done, so it sounds insane. So I'm just waiting for Sam to eat, and then we're gonna do some more footage, and then you're gonna hear the beast for the first time. But that's the reason why you're here. You're not here to watch me eat, are you? You're here to hear the sound of this sports cat and the resonator on the X-Pipe that brought back the tone that I was missing. So you're here to hear the sound of the exhaust. Let's go for a drive then. I don't know what these people are doing. One of them is parked completely wrong. What is she doing? You going? Okay. Anyway, let's go. So as I said, with the exhaust, the resonator has helped dramatically. It has literally brought back the sound. I can't do what it sounds like, because I'm not very good at engine noises with my mouth. But you understand, it's got this like rumble to it as you're going slowly in first gear, where when I took the resonators off, you don't get that, you lose it. A lot of people, if you read online, a lot of people say if you get the X-Pipe with no resonators, it loses the sound of the car. So it loses the exotic sound, as they say. And basically, this has brought it back. It's still a little bit raspy, not as much, but I'm hoping that will go away once it beds in. It takes about 1,000 miles to bed in, so I've only done about, I don't know, probably 40 miles in it, something like that. So yeah, sort out the camera. It's very wonky. Okay. Right, so back to the resonators. So the resonators, if you put your foot down hard, it doesn't go like a trumpet, basically. So it's brought that back. See what that sounds? It's lovely when you're going past the car, when it bounces off a bit. Brilliant. First tunnel run. See me? I can't see you. That was fucking insane. You probably can't hear it on camera. I can't even play the scene about it. Seriously. I didn't realise how loud it is until you do that. It's crazy. No word of a lie, going through that tunnel in neutral, revving it sounds exactly like a Lamborghini Aventador. Okay, maybe not exactly, but it's not far off, I'll tell you that. You might not be able to hear me, because I've got the window open, I'm trying to shout. But it's because I want to do one more tunnel run, and then I'll shut the window afterwards. Then you'll be able to hear me, but let's just listen to the beast, shall we? that? I can't even hear. Oh, this is definitely the loudest exhaust. I've had a lot of exhausts actually. This is definitely the loudest. This beats, like my TT, my Audi TT, right, was the only car that I straight piped. So I done like the back box with like no mufflers at all. Like a back box delete is what they call it, or a muffler delete. And basically, I've done the X pipe. Well, on that car it's just the centre pipe, but I've done that and I've done the delete as well. So that's okay. Obviously it's quite loud, but after that I've done the Sport Cats as well, which just made it ridiculous. And then I was going to do the long tube headers, but I didn't get around to it. So yes, this is probably, I mean, that was a loud car. I would say that this is easily 2 times louder, easily, maybe 3 times, and that's saying something. And that TT was loud. I wouldn't say this is actually 3 times louder actually after doing that. A Porsche, I just done the like a sport exhaust, which because they don't actually have like the centre mufflers on Porsche Boxers. It's just they don't have it, so it's loud anyway. There you go. I've noticed that it's starting to do a lot more. It used to burble, and now the burbles have turned into like more like crackles, because you've got a lot of different things with exhausts, as people always say. So I'll run through that actually, just so you know what I'm on about. So basically, you've got pops, bangs, crackles, burbles. That's basically what it is. Burbles is the little tiny ones you hear, like tiny pops, and that's what this did have, as I was just saying, as stock. It did it a lot more when I've done the X pipe, but now that I've done the Sport Cats, it started to crackle. So crackle is just basically that they're a lot louder and it sounds more like a firework. So this ain't quite like the Jaguar F-Type. That's crazy. So it's starting to be like that, but it's not as loud, which is good, because I don't like it to be like that, because I'm not into like it properly going on and on and on. But I noticed that the burbles are definitely going on for longer. So like if you're going down a hill and you take your foot off the accelerator, it just burbles as you're going down a hill. And a guy who had a Lamborghini Aventador, like, he said about that. Like, he said, like, every time he goes down the hill, it just like burbles like fucking shitloads, and it doesn't actually stop. So I've noticed that the burbles have turned more into crackles now, starting to, and they might even get louder actually, because I haven't driven it for that long. So it's a brand new Sport Cat basically is what it is. So obviously once I bed it in, it should start like crackling more, which is pretty good. But yeah, so basically the crackles are getting louder, it's doing it more often. So that's one thing. Another thing is that it's starting to pop more, meaning that it's like, so like as you like your downshift, it sort of goes like pop 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 pop, but not quite like that. It's louder and it's doing it more often, so they're more pops, which is not what I wanted. So like basically these pops, you've got like levels of sounds with exhaust is what I think of it. So like, I think like 3 different levels. So basically pops, you've got like tiny pops that might happen every now and then you got what this is doing, which is popping more so and a bit louder. And then you got ones that pop quite loud but continuous, and they're known as more bangs. So the pops turn into bangs, and then that's when like it apparently like kicks out not a flame as such, not like a flamethrower like the Nissan GTR does, but like it just a tiny flames kick out. So that's basically what they say when it actually does a bang, not a pop, a bang. Pops are more like invisible flames, like tiny, very tiny, like they might be like right inside, but it's just doing a little bit of air, like popping. Where bangs is when it actually comes, you can see the flame like coming out. So basically that's what I want. I want these pops to start turning into the bang. So that's what I'm trying to get. But I don't want to do a pop and bang map because it's artificial. Definitely don't do it on stock cats. So stock cats, I think stock on this is 600 cell. I've now got 200 cell Sport Cats. So I I think you can do it, but the remapper would have to be a bloody idiot. Basically, what I mean by that is you would have to go and see a dodgy remapper to actually do it. Because if they're a professional remapper, they will say no. They'll say, have you got proper small cats or like D cats? And you'll be like, yeah. And then they will check to see if you have before they'll do it. They wouldn't just do it. If you do it, which I have had people do, they fuck up their cats. Like, it's fun and that. Yeah, you see the flame, it all pops. Hey, look at me and all this crap. And then I think after a few weeks, this guy, like, his stock cats were gone. They just blew. They literally had a hole in it, so you can't do it. 200 cell small cats, you can do it, but I've been told, and the research that I've done is that after time, might be a longer time, might be like a few years or whatever, but after time it can still ruin it. So I wouldn't recommend doing a pop and bang map on this. They only recommend doing a pop and bang map if you've got a D cat, because it's not really going to like do anything to the cat because there's nothing there. It's just a pipe. It's not going to like blow through a pipe. So I wouldn't recommend it. Plus, it just sounds artificial anyway. It just sounds shit. So like, one, they don't sound right, and two, they're just over dramatic. So it's to the point where it's just constant, and you're like, oh, it's just getting annoying. Basically, is what it is. So that's what I would recommend anyway. Not doing the pop and bang map unless you've got a D cat. But then I still wouldn't suggest it. I mean, if you get a D cat, I mean, it should pop anyway. Like, because mine's starting to pop. I mean, if I drive it around longer, and then it should basically do it. Just see that idiot? I don't even swear. It's just like trying to overtake me because like we've got two lanes that go into one, and he just went, and then he sort of went, oh no, and then pulled back. So I was trying to like see what he was doing first. But yeah, like now it's burbling all the time. So the little burbles that it does, which it still does, but every now and then it's starting to turn more into crackles. So that's like upgraded that one for the sound. And then the pops, it used to pop every now and then, but it's popping a lot more, and the pops are getting louder. So hopefully, I'm not sure if it would do it, but hopefully after I've bedded it in, the pops should start to turn to bangs. So I'm hoping for crackles and bangs. That's what I prefer, rather than burbles and pops. If that makes sense. So I don't think it will happen. I think it'll just pop a lot louder, but it won't be quite banging. I think if I did the back box, again, I don't think it would. I think if I did the long tube headers, I reckon it would. I reckon it would start doing like the bangs. The only way I would be able to do it would be to do the pop and bang map, and I don't really want to because it's, like I said, it sounds artificial. And the only reason I would be able to do it would be if I did D cats, because I don't really want these expensive small cats I've just had to fork out for to get ruined. It's not really what I want. I'm not sure if they would last. I mean, some cars I think last, maybe. I'm not sure. I think it depends what car you got, because some cars don't pop like at all, like even as stock, but some cars do, don't they? So the BMW Z4 pops on stock. This pops and like burbles a little bit on stock. So I don't know if that means that the cats are just better for this car, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. I mean, I don't really know. I think it depends on the car. I think they're mapped differently. So this might be right actually. I might be able to do the pop and bang map with 200 cell sport cats and it'll be fine. Ask a professional remapper is the best thing to do and say, look, I've got sport cats, this is my car, would it be okay to do the pop and bang map or would it still ruin it? And they might be able to just tell, because I think they can just like plug things in and just have a look and be like, if you can do it. Because I did have a guy who used to map my cars and he said that he can check, so I think they can actually check to see if your car is suitable to do the pop and bang map. They can just be like, right, what maps are on here, and they can have a look. Because BMW, like, you always can do them because they pop on stock anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I think the guy did say that it depends on the car, so not necessarily to do with the sport cats as such, but maybe it's to do with the car. But I still wouldn't really recommend it unless, one, definitely no, and two, you've got D cats. I think that's the only reason I would do it. And I probably wouldn't do it anyway, because like I said, I wouldn't want to do it to this car. If I had a BM, yeah, fine. But I want it to sound more natural, trying to get to more like a Ferrari sound, rather than it be like bang, 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 like a fucking machine gun going off, and then you just think there's a chav coming, you're like, oh no, it's actually quite a nice car. And then it's just like, but it sounds shit. You don't really want the sound to like disappear and have the pops and bangs just going over the top of it, because then it just sounds crap, right? You want to hear that, like, and then or when you're throwing it, that high pitch sound, or if you're low res, that little nice little deep burble, which is what you want as well. So yeah, so I'm not sure if I would actually do it or not. I mean, I might do. I mean, I might not. Who knows? I mean, I think I need to bed this in first, see what it sounds like after 1,000 miles. Because the guys, I said that, oh yeah, like I might do the back box and then I might do like the long tube headers, and they looked at me and went, I don't think you need to, mate, because it's fucking loud already. I went, oh, is it? And then they like revved it up, and yeah, it's alright, but I'm used to loud cars, so it doesn't really affect me. I just want it louder. So I think I'm going to drive it around first, see what it's like. I would say 75% I'm going to do a back box, because I just know that in 1,000 miles this ain't going to get much better. So I can already tell that I want it a little bit louder. It's not just because of that though, it's just because of the tone. But we'll get into that on another video. I don't really want to go into like about the back box, the sound, and then the long tube headers and what I'm going to do next, blah blah blah. That could be another video. So for now I'm just going to drive around for 1,000 miles, see what it sounds like, because that's when you get the full effect. As with my X-Pipe, I was driving around, it only took a little while actually, probably about 200 miles, 300 miles, and then it started to sound a lot louder. So it's definitely helped, because at the moment it's just brand new pipe, so you need to like build it all up with all the crap basically that gets in there, and then it starts like getting like bits stuck in it, and then it starts like igniting more, and it might pop more. So you just need to like get it basically filthy inside to make it sound nicer rather than just clean, because it just basically like, that's why it's raspy as well, because it's just on clean pipe. So like I said before, if you've got a glass bottle and it's empty and it's like clean, you dried it, blah blah blah, and then you blow into it, it's quite a high pitched sound, right? You put some water in it or whatever, you blow it, it gets deeper, and you can change like the sound from like the levels of water, right? So that's basically the way that I think of it. I'm not sure if that's like a good way of describing it, but that's just the way that I think of it. Right, I'm going to start for a little while so you can actually hear the bass. So just listen. Definitely popping more. Let's all come off. Just so I can get to first gear as an excuse. It's not too late, don't worry. It's only like 10 to 8. Oh, there you go. How's it hot? Still when it's a bang though. If I do it first, then you drop it and then blip it. That's the way to do it. There you go. Don't know if you heard that. Nice. Why does it always sound better at night time? I don't get that. There you go. Burble, burble, burble. Then little like burbles on it. Sound quite nice. It always sounds better at night. I don't know what it is. There you go. I've noticed that it puts you in your seat more as well. Well, I don't know if that's just because there's more air coming in. I'm not sure, but it feels more responsive. So yeah, basically, if you're looking for an exhaust modification for your Maserati GranTurismo, I would definitely suggest doing the sport cats first. It just makes it so much nicer. With the resonators on the X-Pi, it's made it so much better. I will keep resonators on it as well. It sort of has that tone back, the exotic tone, without being too crazy. Like a trumpet, which is with no resonator, it just sounds shit. But it's still got that sound, and it's not really raspy. It's lovely. Fuck me, it is lovely. When you come downtown, it's just so much more louder than what you expect it to be, and then you realise, should I have got it or not? Because you don't really know how loud it is until like you're outside the car. Like, obviously it's louder inside the car, so like if you're just revving it, it's louder inside the car because you could put your foot down. But if I was putting my foot down and flooring it, but you're outside the car and you hear me go like that, and then it's louder. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. I certainly have, obviously. Damn, that is good. The full response is spot on. How much better can I make this car? I have no idea. Well, I do have some idea. It's definitely more, whoa, like that. And that's in third gear. I've noticed. Better be quiet because I'm coming up to my street. I don't be too noisy. Again, hopefully you enjoyed this video. And again, I certainly have. You can't really fault this car, especially with this sound. It sounds a lot better than what it was before. And because it's just like a trumpet, and it sounds better than what it was when it was stock, because it's got the exotic sound back, but it's still loud, it's popping more, so it's just a bit more crazy. It's a bit more like a Ferrari. Well, the Lamborghini Aventador it sounds more like. It's sort of lost like the Ferrari sound a little bit, but it's going to more like a Lamborghini sort of sound now. But that's not exactly a bad thing, is it? So stay tuned for some videos to come. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing next, but I'm still waiting for the badges all to be fitted. Well, sprayed first actually. I'm getting a professional to spray them all now and fit them on, because at the moment it looks naked. There's just no badges on it, the grill's missing, everyone thinks it, and the side grills are missing as well, so it just looks utter shit. It just looks like I've just got a wrecked car now, so I want to, like everyone keeps looking at it and go, oh, what's that? And then they try and look for the badge and they can't see the grill or the front badge or anything. I'm like, oh. So yeah, it just looks a bit shit. Oh, I hate parking in this street. It is a big car, but it's not too sad. But I've noticed that my wing mirror is not going down no more. So if anyone's got a Maserati GranTurismo and they know why my wing mirror is not dipping down when you go into reverse, comment below. Hopefully it's an easy fix. So we'll see you for the next one.